Well, hello there, family. I didn't see you there. And welcome back to another edition of Midweek Moment with the Crenshaws. I am your host, Sanchez Crenshaw, and as always, I am joined by the absolute best part of my day.
I am.
The apple of my eye.
Yes, I am.
The wind beneath my wing.
That's cool, right?
The rib. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I did a different kind of.
You did a different breed.
Different breed. Go ahead, different breed.
The rib that completes me.
And you're completed.
The Haji to my Johnny Quest. Come on, dog. It's in the name,
okay,
dog.
Johnny Quest is the show.
Thank you.
It's a cartoon.
Yes.
Come on.
Thank you. It's in the name.
You saw me?
No, I can't give you that one.
Why you can't give me that?
Because it's in the name.
It wouldn't matter.
And you were still confused.
But if I didn't know it, it wouldn't even matter that it was in the name. Give me credit that a moment I heard, I was like, I got this. I got it.
That sounded so like unappetizing. Don't do that.
I got it.
Curious.
Yes.
You gonna tell the family?
Oh, yes. Wait, hold on. What's going on, family? What is going on, guys? I am Angela Crenshaw.
This is my wife,
guys.
family.
What is going on?
Family, this is my wife.
This is Angela Crenshaw 2.0. Did y'all see how I got that question so quick?
For real?
I'm so proud.
You just gonna give yourself the title of 2.0?
Yes. I'm so proud of myself.
But you still stumbled. It was in the name.
But if
Johnny
I did,
Quest is in
But if I did
the
not
name.
know it, it wouldn't make a difference. But I knew it. See, that's the problem. You don't give me credit where credit is due.
Actually, you know what? I think what I'm gonna do is this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I learned something early in life.
Okay.
And it's a
From who?
study tactic.
Okay.
That one of my old coaches helped me with when I played sports.
Okay.
He just threw the playbook at me.
Right.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just take a book and just throw it at you.
Right.
And I'm gonna see if through osmosis, if you can just get this stuff. That's what I'm gonna try. We're gonna see what happens.
So the next time,
yes, ma'am,
y'all hear us family, and it's me by myself. It's because Sanchez lost his whole mind and throw a book at me. He all at the hospital.
Look, here's what I'm tired of. I'm gonna be honest.
What?
We're gonna go ahead and let the family behind the curtain just a little bit.
They could be behind the curtain all day.
I'm tired of you every morning waking up choosing violence.
I don't choose violence, but first of all, who started first? You said you was gonna throw a book at me, so I was just letting a brother know that it can go down. That's what I'm saying. I think it is with too because you're tall, because you're like what 6'4.5", 6'5",
something like that.
And so you think I'm scared.
No, actually, since we're having this conversation, it's not that.
I'm 5'2".
Actually, okay.
I'm 5'2".
See, woman of God.
I'm 5'2".
Woman of God.
I'm telling. As
what
a woman
we're not
of God,
gonna do is keep lying to the family.
That's what the doctor told me, that I was 5'2".
Because
and I'm
the
going
doctor
by what my doctor
did not want to
said.
hurt your feelings.
My feelings would not be hurt if I was.
Because legally, you're a little person. By legal standards, you are a little person. You are 4'11" and a half.
At the knee. Break you down at the knee.
What you have.
At the knee.
You are textbook.
Yes. You're going to be
Napoleon complex.
You're going to be limping.
That's what you got. You got the Napoleon complex.
You're going to be limping. Go on and do your housekeeping. You better do this housekeeping. You better do the housekeeping.
You got the little person disease.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
We're going to leave it there.
All I'm saying is.
So family, welcome.
At the knee.
Family, you know I got bad knees. My mother made sure of that.
I'm a helper with it.
This is crazy.
Go ahead and do what you're doing.
Family, welcome. We welcome you, family, for our new family members. And we consider the new family members the ones you're hearing us for the first time.
A breath of fresh air. Hey, guys, what's up?
And for our new family members, however you're listening, whether it's iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Google Play, whether it's Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, or on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. We thank you guys so much for listening.
We do thank you guys. We love you guys so much. Thank you for coming on board.
For our new family members, you already know how we feel about you.
Yes.
There is don't misunderstand.
That's the new family members or the returners.
Now, if you had let me finish my thought.
Okay, because it didn't sound like you were going in that
because of
direction.
what I was going to say.
I was kind of making sure we could.
You're bullying me.
I'm not bullying you.
I'm feeling bullied.
Okay, go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
For our new family members, please don't misunderstand.
Yes.
We love you.
We do.
There is a special place in our heart and our soul for you.
It is.
But there is something about our returning family members who stick with my wife because it's hard.
Come on.
It's hard.
Come on, I was going to sing, but
I'm just saying.
Come on, returners.
So for our returning family members who have been with us down this journey, who continue to listen week in and week out for the past year, over a year. Yes, 100 and I think 10, 20 something. It's over 100 episodes.
Yes.
It is amazing. And we just thank you guys,
so much, seriously,
for listening, because we are two random people behind a microphone. Mm-hmm. Yet you keep listening, yet you keep coming back.
And telling friends.
And telling friends.
Come on now.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And as always, welcome to the cookout.
Yes. Make sure you bring some aluminum foil.
So you can take something with you.
See, you thought I was going to trip on it.
Nah, I knew you had it. We reversed roles on it, but it was cool.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. You reversed on me, but y'all was going to trip. But I didn't fumble.
Nah, you didn't fumble. You took it in. You
saw me how I did it.
But I love it. Now, family, here's what we say. Now, for the new family members who are not familiar with that phrase and trying to figure out what are we talking about, cookout, aluminum foil, what are we doing here?
Summertime.
It's really simple, family. With the Crenshaws, to be honest, you're never quite sure what you're going to get.
We start out with good intentions.
The intentions are always good. You're going to get laughter.
Yeah.
You're going to get love. My wife is going to insult me every once in a while.
I'm not. I didn't do nothing to you today.
I may cry.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Okay, go ahead, baby. Keep telling stories.
But what you can bet for sure, for sure,
perspective,
that you're gonna get is perspective.
An aha moment.
Just something that as you're going along your week, as you're going along your day, just something you can be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah. You open aluminum foil up.
You
like
open
leftovers.
aluminum foil. It's like leftovers.
That's if you like leftovers. Our leftovers, I think you're gonna like. Everybody else leftovers, not so much. But our leftovers, yeah.
And then family.
Yes.
Last but not least, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast.
We are.
See, I'm gonna mute your mic.
Go ahead, just do what you doing.
We can be found on the socials. We're on Facebook.
We bookers.
Seriously.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're on Instagram.
We are Instas.
And we're on Twitter.
Yes, we tweet.
All under Crenshaw Corner. And you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
Yes.
Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Now, before we continue this conversation, I'm going to say this one final time. You're not going to make it a thing. I don't care how many times you say it.
Insta is a thing. We are Instas.
Okay, baby.
We are Instas, baby.
I love you.
I love you too.
That's all that's important.
Shout out to the Instas. Look, I'm shouting them out.
You're the only one.
I'm not the only
You are the only Insta. There is no other Instas.
To the Instas. Whoop, whoop. They could see me.
Now, family. Oh, family.
If they could see me, though.
So, family, we are still in the month of May.
Yes.
And so, of course, what that means is that May is the month of the mothers.
Yes. Strong women.
Yeah. So, even though officially Mother's Day has passed.
But I told the family every day was going to be Mother's Day.
We don't really care about that. We don't care that the unofficial official day for mothers have passed.
Right.
Because what we decided to do was take the entire month to celebrate mothers in different ways.
Yes.
And so with that being said, family, and we've been promising you different guests, we've been promising you different voices.
Yes, and we have been doing it.
And we've been doing it.
Yes.
So family, actually, I'm very excited for this particular conversation.
This is going to be a funny conversation.
Yes. I'm very excited because the young lady that we have before you today.
Oh my God.
To be honest, you never quite know what she's going to say.
And what she going to do.
Which is always a beautiful thing. So without further ado, what we're going to do is that, babe, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Family. Let me tell you something. I am so excited. We have such a good friend of ours. Like, she is hysterical. She is funny. I'm going to let her introduce herself, but she is a straight up powerhouse. So I wanted to have her so bad up here, and she was trying to figure out why, but I just want her on the show because she is hysterical. But I want to introduce you guys to Miss Katie Stuckey. Say hi, Katie.
Stuckey.
It's like, I always get that wrong.
You always want to add an L.
I know. Oh, I'm extra. I'm always extra.
Okay.
It's all right. At least you added.
Yes, and not taking away. Don't take nothing away. I didn't take nothing away from you, girl. Introduce yourself, beautiful person.
Katie. Katie Stuckey. Full name Mary Kathleen Stuckey.
Mary Kathleen Stuckey. That sounds so regal and official.
Okay, like you at the Catholic school for real.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I did not name any of my children Mary.
Very good.
Broke that.
You broke that rule.
Right there. Yeah.
Did you grow up in Catholic church? In Catholic school?
Yeah. Well, till we moved south in the 3rd grade, and I started at a regular school.
Did the nuns say your full name all the time?
No, I was never in trouble.
Really?
Yeah.
Why you sound so surprised?
I'm not gonna lie, I am. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let her finish her introduction first before you just start.
Do your introduction. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm a rule follower,
Yes.
100%.
Really?
I really am.
We'll get back to. I'm gonna put a pin in. Put a pin in that one.
We will.
We coming back. We coming back to that
For sure.
For sure.
And I have 4 kids.
Yes.
4 of them. Before I ever had one child.
Right.
Before I knew about children, what they do to you. I said I wanted 4 kids.
Did you?
I did.
Wow.
And before we go any further, just for the family, please give the ages.
Yes, get the ages. She devastated right now.
10. Mm-hmm. Actually, I think 10 and a half.
10 and a half.
7, just turned 7 in March.
Mm-hmm.
4, turning 5 next week.
Mm-hmm.
And 7 months.
And 7 months.
Whew.
Just turned 7 months.
You gonna be okay today? You gonna be okay?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a nice break.
Nice break,
Yeah,
yes.
we got to get through the introduction because there's so many questions.
So we're not gonna add Greg nowhere in the.
I do have a husband. The father to all of my children. We met in high school.
Yes, because that's Sanchez's favorite line. He's always want to ask questions like that, like, where did you guys meet?
In high school. Actually, he met my mom first in middle school.
Okay.
He met your mom before he met you?
You?
Yes.
Was she a school teacher?
She was his substitute teacher.
Ah.
Band.
Did you say bad?
Band.
Band. What did he play?
The trumpet.
Okay. For some reason. And
I just don't see Greg playing the trumpet.
no, it's not even that. And Greg, when I say this, I love you, Greg.
We do love you, Greg.
But for some reason, I saw you playing the flute.
I said tuba.
The flute?
I saw him playing the flute for some reason.
No, I saw Greg playing the tuba.
It's all about the tuba, baby.
It's about the tuba, baby.
See?
Really?
Okay.
Can he still play?
I'm sure. I mean, he doesn't pull it out because it's loud and the house is loud enough. But yeah.
Okay. Do you play an instrument?
I played the flute.
Did you? See, you had it backwards,
that's why I got
babe. You got. Did you feel like
You
the family
felt
had
it.
a?
You felt it,
the
but
flute
I-
vibe.
Yeah.
But actually, no, for real. In my mind, I can see Greg, first chair, sitting there with his flute,
He just playing.
playing the Flight of the Bumblebee.
I'm sorry.
I can see
I
it.
can't because Greg is such a big guy. There's no
Yeah.
way.
That's kind of why I see it, to be honest.
Greg is with big hands. I
To
don't
break
want to
the,
associate with
to
them.
break the norm
No.
and the stereotype. That's kind of why
what
I see
what
it.
a flute player
Yeah.
should look like.
Yeah.
Definitely not a flute. No.
No, but it was you.
How long you guys been married?
Our anniversary's tomorrow, actually.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Happy
Yeah.
anniversary, babe.
Congratulations.
How many years?
14, I believe.
Wow. You really, Katie, I need you
I
to
get my high school and my college graduation mixed up, and we got married the week after I graduated college. So, yep, 2007, 2021, 14.
14. So you guys were basically high school sweethearts. Mm-hmm. Wow. I got so much. See, I don't want to ask because we're going to have Greg on too with you, but I got so many questions.
Well, no, that's gonna be that's gonna, like I said, and I'm going to tell the family that's gonna be after dark episode. So that's
Okay, so
it's gonna be different.
So okay.
Why
Okay.
Katie's eyes get that big when I said that though?
She's like, she's sweating. She rubbing her hair now. She's just like, Lord, help me. Help. Okay, so I got to go back because I know both of you guys, so it's so weird. Okay, so y'all meet in high school. Do y'all go to the same college? Or how does that work?
So, I was a junior and he was a senior, so he left and went to USC,
Okay.
and I stayed behind.
Mm-hmm.
University of South Carolina. Okay.
And so he'd come home on the weekends, and then I followed him there with my best friend.
Uh-huh.
Right.
We roomed together at USC,
Right.
and the same thing happened. Went through college, and then he moved to Charlotte, and then basically followed him.
Did you know? When did you know that you were going to be with Greg? Did you know in high school?
Yeah,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, did he know you both knew or what?
I think we both knew. And my mom, she was like, "You guys are so young. This is like puppy love." And he had to fly to New York City on September 11th
Wow.
on one of
wow.
the anniversaries. I forget what year.
Okay.
But,
Right.
I was like so sick. And I remember leaving college to come home for the day because I was just besides myself. I was so nervous,
Right.
so anxious. And my mom said, "Well, would that make you feel better if you were on the plane with him?" And I said, "Yeah, actually it would. Because if we went down, at least we'd be together." And she said, "That's when I knew, like,
It was over.
It was real.
It was
Yeah.
real.
Wow.
Like, at that point. Wow.
Now, just curious, with your mom being his teacher, and then you guys going the road that you went, how did that go with your mom? Did she approve of it? Did she not? How did she feel?
To this day, my mom likes Greg more than me. She does. She'll text me or call me, like, is Greg home?
Oh, she just bypassed you?
Yeah.
She don't even, but.
I mean, my mom loves me, but I really do believe if we were both hanging off a cliff, I would be the one to go.
You've gone. Yeah, you're going to go. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. So now we get together and we decide we're having 4 children. Okay. You knew you wanted 4 kids. Did y'all decide that together?
This is before I had kids. I wanted 4.
Okay.
Then I had the first one.
Right.
And we thought maybe this might be it. This might be the only one we ever have.
One and done.
One and done.
Yeah.
Now, how old were you guys then? Not age, but were you in college, after college? Where were you?
We got married at 22.
Wow.
Had Olivia at 25.
Oh, you got married
young.
Right out of college, yeah.
You did. Wow. Katie.
And people said, you're not going to wait. You're going to have a kid right away. And I said, no, we're going to, get to know each other, as a married couple, travel, do fun things, like not be held down. Because, in the back of my mind, I knew there was going to be a lot of kids.
Did he know there was going to be a lot of kids?
Did Greg know there's going to be a lot of kids?
I don't really know. Again, we had that one. We were like, this might be it. And then I remember, just being so unsure because we just loved her so much. Like her first baby, like you're never going to love anything as much as you love that first baby.
Everything.
Yeah.
And I remember praying about it and, just maybe we should get pregnant. Maybe we don't. Like, we're not going to plan it. Like, if it happens, and it happened.
And it happened.
Now, in the midst, because like you said, you guys got married. Well, you guys got together so young. You got married so young. Mm-hmm. So in the beginning, was there a conversation about, I want kids, I don't want kids, this is how many kids I have? Was there even a conversation in the beginning?
I think we both knew we wanted kids.
Okay.
And I think we both were kind of like, well, we'll kind of start with one and go from there.
Yeah.
And then after we had the second one, we were kind of on opposite ends here. Like, one was like, no, we're done. The other one was like, I don't know. And then we had another and then another. And now we're really done.
Done.
Really. Yes. We've had, after the second one, we had a big yard sale, sell everything, have no more baby stuff. Then oopsies.
Okay, wait, back
bonus
up.
Baby.
So back up for a second. So after the second one, you had a yard sale.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Because y'all were done.
We were done. Like, kept nothing. Because we were done. We were done having kids.
It's over. Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
And then we were in Kansas City visiting my best friend, and I kept feeling like I had an ulcer or something. Every time I drink coffee, I'm nauseous. You know, I just don't feel good. I need to go to the doctor when we get home. And my best friend was actually trying to get pregnant at the time. And so she was like, Katie, you sound like you're pregnant. And I was like, absolutely not. No.
Because I sold stuff.
Yeah,
I had a yard sale.
It's not possible.
Right.
No, I'm on birth control. Like, we're not, no kids.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I did the right thing.
Yeah. And one of our middles, she was, I don't even know if she was 2.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So she was still, a baby.
Right.
Still a toddler at that time.
So then we got home from Kansas City and we did our grocery shopping. And I said, Greg, just get a test. And I will never forget. I think I have a picture of him on the floor in our kitchen.
No. No.
He was still unloading groceries. I was like, let me take this test before I, start another round of birth control or whatever.
Right.
And immediately it said pregnant. And I said, Greg. And then I, yeah.
Hello. So you were like pregnant. So the test didn't even wait. It's like, no, I'm here.
Yeah.
All blue. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And he fell on the floor?
He did.
He just fell out?
He was just laughing. I don't know if it was like hysteria, like I'm mental at this. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have a picture of him.
Just on the floor.
Yeah.
Just laughing hysterical like the Joker from Batman.
Now, how did you feel? What was your thought process?
I was very overwhelmed because I am not a fun pregnant person.
Oh.
No, I have like sciatica, morning sickness.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But it's not morning. It's like all day sickness.
Right. Okay.
I'm just grouchy. And I'll admit that. Like, I'll have a baby. Like, I'll deliver a baby over and over and over again. I'll do the newborn stage over and over. Do not make me be pregnant. It's not pretty.
Okay, so you just want to just had a baby. You don't want, you just, baby, come, here it is.
I got you. So you want to go back to the old days with the stork when they say the stork just drop off the baby? Just drop off the baby and keep on moving.
And you'll be good.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious, and we're going to get into a couple of different topics, but I'm curious. Because of everything that you go through during your pregnancy, are you that mom that reminds their kids, this is what I had to go through to get you here? Are you that mom?
They too young for that, though.
Well, the oldest one is 10.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I say, you know what? I carried you for 9 months in my body. I birthed you, and then I nursed you for a full year. And this is the thanks I get. Yeah, we do sometimes have those conversations. The younger ones maybe don't get it. The older one, she's heard it a few times.
Yes, because she's about to go into this little teenage stage. She in these little, fix your face, Kate.
Yeah, she's there.
Yeah,
we call her.
And so it's 2 boys and 2 girls. Whoa.
Now, here's why. Okay, so family, understand there's always a method behind our madness. Because like Katie said, so she has 4 beautiful, wonderful kids. But on top of that, Katie's a professional.
Yep.
Katie had a whole career. Katie has a career.
She has a business.
Katie's building businesses. Building businesses. So we want to talk to that because you are a real life whole mom out here. I mean, because right now you're a stay at home mom, and you got the babies at home, and now you really got the new baby.
Yeah.
And as I say this, I see the life kind of draining out of your face.
Yeah.
So
you got your other baby, your husband on on the side, and then you got your t-shirt business, and then trying to maintain this whole house and environment.
So I want to take it back for a moment because I know. All right, so if you could just kind of unpack a couple of things for me. So you have the first 2. All right, now here comes a third kid. At what point did you guys start having a conversation like, okay, maybe I need to start staying home. Maybe we need to relook at doing this.
Or did you guys have it?
Did you guys
have it?
No.
So how did that transpire?
I just kept working until...
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because when Nash came along... Olivia,
Nash is baby number 3. Well, he's a big boy now. We can't call him baby number 3. He's a big boy.
He's still a baby.
My baby. Leave Nash alone. It's my baby. Leave him alone. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So when he started where I worked, Olivia was going to kindergarten. So I still had the 2 with me. Olivia's in kindergarten. And so it was still only 2 in daycare.
Okay.
So that was all right. If we had 3 in daycare, I would be like owing them money. I wouldn't be making any money. So yeah, I kept working, and I worked through, actually I found out I was pregnant with Isaiah, I believe the week before the world shut down because of COVID.
Yeah.
But my plan was to continue to work.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I like work. Like, I like to be out of the house.
Yeah.
I like the sunlight. I like people. I like just having normalcy.
Right.
So being at home was kind of like a forced choice almost.
That's with the world shutting down. Yeah.
And it's funny, I talked to a couple friends saying, like, I feel like I'm supposed to homeschool. I feel like I'm supposed to be at home, but I just, like, I don't want to.
Right.
So it was like, God was like, well, you're going to sit down for a bit because this is what I'm telling you to do. You're not listening. So now you're forced to sit here.
Right.
And it's been a learning experience. It's lasted much longer than I thought.
Right.
And I will eventually go back, but because of COVID, there's no infant room where I work.
Because you're a teacher.
Because you're a teacher.
So he'll go in August when there's a spot in the full-time infants.
Okay.
And I'll keep working part-time just to get out of the house, just to get Nash out of the house. And will I make any money? I don't know. Probably not much.
But I'm getting up out this house.
But I'm getting out of the house.
I'm getting out the house.
And they're going to get some, other interaction besides, the 6 of us and the dog.
Yeah.
So.
Because we can't forget about the dog, because we got the 4 kids.
That's right.
Busted 2 adults. Don't forget about the dog.
And the dog.
And the dog is unlike any dog you've ever met. We thought he was just like real chill when we got him. He was in the back of this lady's truck. We met her from a breeder, and we were like, oh, he's so calm. He's so cute. No, he was terrified. And he is still terrified. Greg had to carry this 5-month-old golden doodle into the house.
Oh.
When we got him, we were like, so like, oh my gosh, he's going to be the best dog. No, he is scared of everything.
Is he really?
He still barks at us.
How long have you had him at this point?
He's 2.
And you got him at 5 months?
Yeah. I don't know. Greg,
my baby was
he's
traumatized.
even wondered if maybe the dog is blind. I mean, he can see, but maybe he's like impaired.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, he's still. If you come down the stairs too fast, he barks. If like I'm wearing the baby in one of the baby carriers, he barks. If you come in the house with a bag of groceries, he's just like. Not in a mean way, in a like I'm scared. I'm gonna go hide behind something.
He's just anxious.
He's just
Very
anxious
anxious.
little dog.
So,
oh my goodness.
Oh, and he's not little. He's
huge.
Yeah, you said a Labradoodle.
Yeah.
Them things are big.
Oh my goodness.
I'm curious though, because Katie said something that I don't want to overlook, because I know there's some mothers with that same thought process. Because you said you knew that you had to, but it's not something you wanted to do when it came to staying home and homeschooling. So if you could, just for the mothers out there who presently are going through that mindset and struggling with that, unpack that for them. How did you get through that, and what did that look like for you? And once you came to the realization, this is what I need to do, how did that affect you?
It was a lot of praying and crying and praying and talking to Greg and talking to my friends and originally my mom was watching my kids during the summer because there was no school.
Right.
And I just wasn't, it just didn't feel right in my gut. You know, I just couldn't come to terms with it. I was like, Greg, should I stay home? You know, do I keep working? And he was like, no, I think you keep working. And then there was something that happened. I think a baby or something was like hospitalized due to COVID.
Right.
And I was like, that's it. Like, I have to be home with my kids. Like, I don't trust anyone else with them. Like, I just want to be there. And then I just stayed home. And then I went back for a couple months, mainly for the tuition discount and to get Nash out of the house.
Right.
Again, because he's
Nash.
lovely, but he is 110% 24/7.
Right.
For a couple months before I had the baby, and people were like, I don't even know how you're walking around right now, because I was big.
Yeah. And you're just doing it. So here's the thing. You're a teacher, and teaching someone else's children is so different than teaching your own children. How was that experience? Because, you know, like, I'm educated, I'm smart, I got this, and then you go, ugh, to your own kid. You know, like, I don't really want to hurt you, but I will. You know, like, how was that experience for you to try to teach your own kids?
I was super excited. Like, my 7-year-old, I was like, we're going to homeschool. I have all this stuff. Like, I've printed it out, all these resources. We're going to have fun. And she's like, no.
Oh.
I don't want to do this. This is not fun.
Just no.
I want to go back to school.
Just no.
Yeah. Every day it was like kicking, screaming. Like, I'm telling her, you know, like, to mop the floor with like a toothbrush. Like, she is like I'm hurting her, you know?
Right.
And I'm like, it's just math. Like, there's a song, there's, you know, this is supposed to be fun. Like, I love learning. Why don't you love learning? And we just clashed so bad.
So how about your oldest one? Did you guys clash as well, or just
she
7-year-old?
did virtual, so I didn't have to school her.
Okay.
So they both started virtual.
Okay.
And after about 2 weeks, I could see that it was not going to work with Hallie. I would leave her and come back to check, and she would have a full face of makeup.
Oh.
She would have changed her hair, her clothes.
Model.
She would be,
She's a model.
You know, trying to look at herself in the screen. So she was not getting much out of the virtual learning.
So everything but what the teacher wanted her to do.
Yeah.
And Olivia's, you know, like, there when it starts in the meeting. She's shy, but she participates. She gets everything done. I mean, I didn't have to manage her at all.
Right.
Granted, she's 10, Hallie's 7.
Right.
But we just knew, like, that was something she could do. She could stay virtual, get her work done. I mean, time management, everything. Super impressed for a 9-10-year-old.
Right. Yeah.
But Hallie, I was like, honey, this is not working. So we're going to have to, you know, just me and you. Well, you know, I'll go to work in the morning. You can watch, you know, certain educational shows, set up like a Netflix and YouTube just for educational shows that she could watch. And then when I'd get home at 1:00, we would do school. And, it was still just as miserable because she didn't want to do school with me. So
is it because she's kind of like you? She needed that interaction. She needed that outside interaction, or
that's
is it
a very
just
good point that I never even thought about till you said that. But yeah, we are very much alike, and I think that's why we butt heads.
Yeah, because I was thinking too. wanted you to talk about the mental aspect of that because a lot of kids went through a lot, and that's basically what happened for her. She went to, I like interaction. I can't deal with this, you know. So the mental capacity, the mental interaction that parents go through, you know, because it's almost, because I have a lot of girlfriends, we've talked about it, it's almost like you want to cry for them because they're not trying to be defiant, they just don't get it.
Many times I cried for them.
Yeah,
for sure.
So let's talk about that. Like, what was that part for you? Because just seeing them and like knowing that she just wants to not be in this house. Like, you don't want to be in the house, but we keep thinking that because they're children that we can kind of walk them through and it's going to be okay. But it wasn't even okay for us, you know? So how did you handle that all the time?
And also, second part, if you could, once you talk about for the kids, I want you to talk about for you too.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you were a person that you had to be out the house. You wanted to be out the house. You wanted that interaction. Now you're being told you can't.
Yeah.
So if you could just talk for both of those, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I think it was really important to relate to them. You know, that you're not the only ones upset. Like, mommy and daddy don't want to be here all the time.
Right.
You know, daddy and Nash, I think, had the worst of it. Like, they're so social. I needed to get out for more of a routine just to see that everything's okay. When they want to get out and like talk to everybody and entertain everybody, especially Nash. So, you know, just having those conversations that, you know, we're all in this together. Like, nobody really wants to be stuck at home all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I think giving them things to look forward to. Like, we had a beach trip planned in August, you know, count down the days to this.
That's good.
Or they still did dance when that was, I think it was like Zoom for a little bit, and then they were able to go back. So just like little bits that they could, you know, kind of hold on to. And then, you know, telling them it's not going to last forever. It is really unfortunate right now. Nobody's having fun.
Right.
Of course, if you ask them, I don't think they would look back on like the worst parts about being at home. Like, I think they would remember, you know, roasting marshmallows or the little fondue parties we had, and, you know, chalk. And, you know, I try to make it fun, because if not, we all would have just been miserable.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I tried to, you know, I've sent you pictures of our backyard fun.
Yes, the whole, it was like a circus out there.
This is every day. That was not just a special day. That is every day.
Because having that age group and trying to entertain them. And so let's talk about mom's self-care. Okay. Because you have, let's go a little back before Isaiah came.
Okay.
Okay. So, because you're going through all of that and you're pregnant and you're trying to, so how do you self-care for you? And then how do you and Greg connect? Because this is a lot going on at one time. I think
this is 3.5 kids, a dog, and a pandemic.
Right.
Yeah.
And a mom who do not want to be home, and a dad who does not want to be home, and a mom who already told you she pissed off because she's pregnant already. She's not a happy camper. So how do you and Greg connect through all of that? And how do you self-care for yourself? And then how do you still run a business? It's like you don't even realize what you do until somebody says it to you, right? And you're like, oh God,
I think
this is true.
The pandemic actually was really good, I think, for me and Greg, because we would have time every night to watch a show. Like, we watched several, you know, shows throughout.
Right.
Because that was like our thing we would do at nighttime.
Right.
Kids go to bed, we'd stay up and eat ice cream and watch TV.
Right.
Which I feel like we hadn't done that in forever, because working, both of us, by the time he gets home, we feed the kids, get them in bed. I'm in bed because I'm tired.
Yeah.
And he's a night owl, so it's not like he was going to get up bright and early and we'd chit chat and catch up there. So I feel like we actually connected more during the pandemic.
Wow.
Before the baby.
Wow.
Now that the baby is here, it's like also a blessing that he's at home, because, you know, we can talk on his lunch break, or
because he's working from home, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's just nice to see each other, because again, before he worked super late hours and, you know, trying to wrestle kids in bed, that's, you know, a nightmare. So I think it's, in some respects, been good for us to be able to spend more time together.
Got you.
Self-care, that is something I struggle with.
Why?
I don't even know. Like, I'm not one that's going to get up super early, which I know in the times that I have, it's been really nice. Mm-hmm. But dragging myself out of bed to, you know, read my Bible or have coffee in peace, or, that doesn't happen.
Mm.
Then at night, I'm just passed out.
So, like, what is it? So because sometimes that doesn't have to be. So where do you find an inch or a square or a peg or circle for yourself?
In the car.
In the car. Okay, because you have to have something. I think people think it needs to be get your hair done, your nails, or like you said, get up and read your Bible. We read our Bible, people, okay? Get up early and read your Bible, or get up early. But sometimes you don't have that. But I think everybody can pull something out for themselves. So in your car, what are you doing in your car?
So are you ever in the car by yourself?
So thank God for Greg and his flexible-ish work schedule that
Right.
sometimes, not all the time, he can keep Isaiah while I go pick up Nash.
Okay.
Or if I've had a rough day, I'm like, I need to run to Target. I need to run to Starbucks. I just need to get out of the house.
Right.
And that's really like my little sanctuary is my car.
Yeah.
And it's always been that way. And so I listen to music or podcasts or silence is also really nice. Yeah. But because Isaiah hates the car.
The baby don't like the car?
3 out of 4 of my kids do not like the car.
Really?
They've grown to like it, I'll say, ish. Now that we're not in the car much, they don't like the car, but they'll tolerate it. Isaiah, he cries and then he chokes because he's crying so hard.
Oh, baby.
It is miserable.
Oh wow.
I've never because most people put the babies in the car,
To
soothe
sleep.
them.
That was Olivia.
My daughter. That's what we used to do when she was little. Taking her car.
I mean, me.
My grandson,
I'm
do
a
that.
grown person. Just put me in the car and I'll fall asleep.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry. I'm not
not
good.
the youngest 3. No.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I think that's actually my first time ever hearing that.
Me too.
That's the luck that I have.
And so he cries.
Cries. And I mean, like, and he is happy 99.9% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Right.
he's never upset. He's just a happy baby.
Right.
Except for the car.
For the car.
And now he's to the point, because I'm trying to get him used to it, taking him to get Nash more because I have to get him every day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'll like put him in the car and he looks at me like, are we really about to do this again? And he just starts. Like, it's this little lip sticks out. It's awful.
Oh. That hurt my heart.
That hurt my feelings right now.
And then we get to the school and he's like,
oh.
yeah, like hyperventilating, hiccups, the whole thing.
Oh.
It's so sad.
So could he have motion sickness? Is that possible for babies?
Yeah,
It's possible.
Olivia, when we turned her around, she did better. Of course, now they recommend 2, so it's going to be a long 1.5 years.
Yeah.
You can't until they're 2.
So I bought a new car seat. We're going to try that.
Okay.
I bought a fan. We're going to try that.
Right.
You'll
We're
try
gonna
whatever you
diffuse some
Gonna try it.
peppermint. I mean, we've tried it all. We have different toys, pacifiers. He does better if someone's sitting with him, but he's
Right.
still like we're going to Myrtle Beach Friday for a dance competition, and
Right.
I'm sweating now thinking
Ooh.
about the car ride.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, my baby.
Somebody's gonna be back there with him though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And Greg and I are like, he's like, let's just get on the road and get gas. Oops, sorry.
You're fine. It's okay.
Coffee and and I'm like, nope, all that has to be done. Everything needs to be ready. We need to jump in the car like there's a bomb
And go straight there.
and drive.
yeah.
We cannot stop. You got to go to the bathroom. Sorry. You're
not-
just going to have to hold it.
Do not pass go. Do not pass.
We're not eating.
Do
We are
pass.
not stopping. But everything's done before, food's in the car.
Yeah.
Coffee's already gotten. The gas tank is full. We are going.
And that's it.
And that's it.
And that's all she wrote.
And when we go somewhere and I drive, we get there quick.
You're not playing.
I am not.
Okay. Are you the speeder of the family?
I think we're both kind of speeders.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now so Nash is 4,
About
going
to
to
be
be
5.
5 next week. And so this is another conversation I want to have. So you were out. You were out. He's about to go to kindergarten and the girls are doing what they need to do and then you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God has a very unique sense of humor.
Yeah. How did you handle that?
I cried a lot.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I have a hard time managing 3. Thank God for God, because
Yeah.
I remember thinking, I can't do this. I cannot have 4 kids.
Right.
And then telling people, I didn't want to tell anybody.
That you were pregnant or you had 4 kids?
Either.
Okay, great.
No, I'll tell people now I have 4 kids because I feel like a warrior.
Yeah. Heck
It's
yeah.
your badge of honor
It's your
now.
badge of honor.
And if we went into the birth story, it would be an extra. I deserve an extra special badge of honor.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I didn't, and I felt guilty for feeling bad that I was pregnant because some people, will never have that gift to have a
Right.
baby. So then there
Right.
was that guilt. Yeah, it was a rough.
So now Greg, was he on the floor again, or did he just leave home and got in his car and just drove? What was that looking like?
So I took the test in the shower.
Okay. Here
Why? I don't know. I think I just couldn't wait. I don't know. I was late a few days and I was like, this is going to be negative. Let me just get along my day. And again, it was the same kind of Greg.
Oh,
he couldn't believe it. I could just see his hand on his forehead. And he was like pacing in the bathroom. Like, oh my God. What? How?
Not how, Greg. Do not say how.
Yeah.
I can understand though, because like they said, and family don't misunderstand.
Yes.
Greg and Katie absolutely adore.
They do. They
love their kids.
Yeah.
A hysterical family.
They love being parents. They absolutely adore each other. But we're having honest conversation right now.
Yeah.
Because like you said, at that point in time, you had 3. As you say, at that time your youngest was already 24/7, 7 days a week. He was already on the go.
He about to be out the door.
Yeah, and now you add another life form into this situation. So I know earlier you had said, before you had that first kid, you wanted 4 kids until you had that first kid. It's like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. So when did it become okay? Now that I'm the parent of 4, when did that become okay? When did that kind of set well? Has it set well in your soul?
I think just reminding myself that I think God like put that in my heart early on.
Okay.
That I would have 4 kids.
Yeah.
Because I was even, down to the gender.
Right.
I remember telling Greg, like, I was really sick with Isaiah, like the whole 9 months. Like, and I was not like that with anybody. I think Olivia I was sickest with. So everyone was like, well, we think it's maybe a girl because you're so sick. And a lot of the things, he's very much like Olivia.
Right.
But in my heart, like I felt like it was going to be a boy because I wanted 4 kids, 2 girls, 2 boys.
Okay.
Really?
And so that was like,
Nice.
I feel like God had like planted that seed, and that's what got me through. And I say that even to this day, like God thinks I'm someone who I'm not because he gave me 4 kids.
He trusts you.
He trusts me a whole lot.
He trusts you.
Here's the thing I want to say though. I need parents to understand, especially mothers and ladies. If I'm wrong when I say this, please jump in. Please jump in.
Oh, we will.
I think sometimes we get caught up in the whole parent thing, and then we start to feel ashamed
Yeah.
if we have a moment of not really liking being a parent.
Yeah.
And we have a moment, and then we start feeling ashamed. We start feeling guilty.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like I said, we have 4. We have 4 and a
Yes, we
grandson and a grandchild. We love all of our kids. Would not change it for the world.
Not one.
But there are times where we just don't like being parents because we went through that because, like you, our kids are close in age.
Yeah.
So we had all 4 in the
my
house at one
gosh.
time. We
Oh,
had
my gosh.
the friends and our kids and their friends in the house and people sleeping over and people moving in and
Yeah. Moving out.
you're moving out. And then as one move out, one moves in.
Yeah.
Because we had a situation, Katie, where our oldest, right, he had came back home, lived with us, fully furnished his room. He had moved. But we noticed when he moved,
He didn't take no furniture.
he didn't take any of his furniture with him.
Nothing.
Like none of it.
Just his clothes.
Like, and it's not furniture we purchased. This is furniture he purchased. So we called him like, bro, didn't you forget something? He's like, nah, your middle about to be there.
Yeah.
So as the oldest one moved out without notification, the middle moves in without notification.
And took his room.
And took over his room and just took over the furniture. Because they plotted against us is what they did.
To this day, we really believe they plot
They
against
did.
us.
The kids plot against us.
Oh my! From a young age.
Yeah, they plot, and you know what? I think we were so excited to get them in school, like yes, and then we were so excited to get them out of high school, yes, so excited to get them out the house, and like yeah, like all these things that we were so excited about, and sometimes we felt kind of bad because we were so trying to get them to do these things that we missed a lot of stuff because
Yeah,
we're like, let me just get you out of middle school.
Yeah, so busy worrying about what tomorrow looked like, we wasn't focused on the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like I said all that to say that it's okay.
Yeah.
Parents, mothers, I think it's harder on mothers sometimes.
Yeah.
And like I said, Katie, correct me if I'm wrong because, like you said, you got 4 now, newborn, 7 months. I'm pretty sure every day you don't want to be a mother every day. I'm pretty sure that some days you're just like, I don't want to do this. But you do it because you love your kids.
Yeah.
And I think just sometimes we're a little hard on ourselves and we need to not be so hard on ourselves.
And I think that's where the self-care comes in at, where you peg something for yourself, like you said, the target.
Yeah.
Because, or you go to the store, you sit in your car and you sing, or you just be quiet. And I think what happens
That quiet is a beautiful
The quiet
thing.
is amazing.
Yes.
Quiet is amazing. It is so amazing to because for me, I know for me, all of that, just a little bit of self-care for myself gives me extra energy to be able to push through.
Yep.
To do what I do every single day, to be like, I can do, I can do this thing, and also in your quietness or your little space, you don't have a title. This is how I always felt when I had the kids home.
Yes.
When I was by myself, I didn't have a title. I was not Sanchez's wife. I was not their mother. No one was calling me. And for a moment, I was just who I was, Angela. That's it. Nothing to it. I'm not wearing 50 hats. But like moms do, we wear 50 hats like dads do. I even used to feel bad for Sanchez because he would come through the door. I would already be with him. But when he came through the door, they was giving him everything that they thrown it at him like, okay, and let me tell you, and then can you, and he looking like, I just got in the door.
Thank you for that.
My God.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. I know it's Mom's Month, but people forget that sometimes.
Yeah, it's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
They did that to Greg today. He's at home.
Yeah.
And we bring the kids home from school, and he's still working, and they just bombard the office, and they're like, Daddy, 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 guess what? Guess what? Hallie did this, and Olivia did that, and Nash is, running around the house with a bag of pretzels, and the dog sits in the chair in front of the desk all day. Mm-hmm. You should see, he just stares out the window like he's his client, or I don't know. It's very odd.
He's in there with Greg?
Yeah.
I am curious about something though, because like I said, so we're dealing with, at that time and correct me on the timeline, but so we have the 3 kids, now in a pandemic. Now, did we decide to start a business before
the business was
the 4th kid, or?
I think it was before Nash.
Okay.
No, maybe Nash was 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's when Nash was a baby.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Okay. Wait, Katie. Okay. So you got 2 and you're working and you got a 1-year-old. You go, you know what I'm going to do?
I'm going to start a business.
I'm going to start a business because,
I didn't know how big it would be. It's not, huge, but it was, first I started making these little mailboxes.
Right. What do you mean mailboxes?
Target had these little dollar spot mailboxes.
Uh-huh.
Little tiny ones. And I would just personalize it with the kid's name.
Mm-hmm.
Some little Valentine, decorations, hearts, X's
Right.
and O's.
Right.
And then I would sell them for like $5. And I sold a bunch of mailboxes. I immediately made back.
Why we both was quite looking at her like, okay,
Yeah.
so you
Because you understand the profit she just made on that.
That's what I was just like,
profit she just
wait a
turned
minute.
on that dollar mailbox.
Oh, the dollar. Okay, well, carry on. Carry
So
on.
that was that. That was the first one. So I got the Cricut is what I used.
Uh-huh.
I got that for Christmas. And I mean, by the time I sold those mailboxes, we had paid for the Cricut.
Right.
Wow.
And I've had the same one since.
The same Cricut.
Same one.
For the families
and they've
not
come
aware,
out,
what is a Cricut?
It's a cutting machine.
Okay.
So it
It
cuts
is.
paper, vinyl. The newer ones can cut like leather.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I have my eye on a newer one. I mean, it's been a long time coming. I just haven't. I don't know. I have a hard time spending money. I just need to
Just do it.
do it. Yeah.
Because you're going to make your money back like you
Oh,
did the first
yeah.
time. Super.
So yeah.
Okay, so then you decide. So you make the
mailboxes.
mailboxes, and then you go in. So when did you start going into T-shirts and hats and mugs, and how did that happen?
I think it just was slowly people would ask for things. Do you think you could do this? Do you think you can do that?
Mm-hmm.
And I would try. And if I did it, then yeah, I can do it. And I don't do it for a ton of money. People, I think, use me because I'm consistent.
Right.
I'm reasonable.
Yeah.
I do a lot, for walks or fundraisers,
Right.
Okay.
stuff like that. And Greg's
Right.
like, you don't charge enough. I'm like, but I'm not doing it. I do it because it's I know how other moms are.
Okay.
You want something for your kid, maybe that's too expensive. I'll call Katie. She'll work something out. And that just
Right.
makes me feel good
Right.
that I've supported that
Right.
other mom.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
So that's interesting. So here's a question. So you have a mom support system, because if you're saying you're doing this for other moms, so has that helped you a lot? Has
Yes.
that kept you yes?
Yes.
Yes. Talk to me about that. Is it one mom, 2 moms? What is that? What does that look like for you?
So I have different little support systems. My 2 best friends I talk to all the time. We're kind of in the same. My best friend from middle school, we are literally in the same boat.
Really?
She has a So I think her oldest is 9. And then she had her next one very close to Hallie's age, is like 2 weeks younger than Hallie, 7. And then she had, I think the other one, the next one is 3. So kind of close to Nash's age. And then she had a baby.
OMG.
And he's, I think, probably 18 months or so.
Best friends. So everybody going to be best friends forever.
We just, yes, all the kids can play well together. We can, whine about life and that. And then I have another friend in Missouri, the one that we were visiting when I had symptoms of pregnancy. So we talk a lot. She's like a really good like prayer partner. Tries to hold me accountable. That kind of thing. And then I have a Facebook group. It's a mom to mom that's nice. Is really what keeps me, quote unquote, in business.
Okay.
They can search my name. Like someone's looking for Disney shirts or they want a mug and, my name will pop up and then they'll ask me, hey, could you do this?
Right.
So that's where a majority of my business comes from, or people that have used me in the past that'll use me again.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, I do have a question because I'm curious, because you got a lot of balls in the air.
Yes, you do.
You're juggling a lot.
That's ADHD. It's a superpower of people that have ADHD because you just got so much. And you have to.
Yeah.
So my question is for the moms out there and the dads, but right now the moms out there who are looking to do something like you're doing.
Yeah.
What advice would you give them? Because like you said, the kids are not going away.
Yes.
They're there. They want their time. They want their mom, and they want you. You have a husband who's there. He's not going anywhere. He loves you. He wants your time. You're running a house. You're taking care of kids. You're still trying to take care of Katie. Like you said, you're still working, and also now you're doing a business. How do you do it? How do you do it and not lose your ever loving mind in the process?
Like, is there a structure? Is there a method? Is there a plan? Is there a planner? What is that? What does that look like for you?
Lots of lists, especially with the kids. They don't remember anything. They get that from me. So to get out of the house in the morning, there's a list on the fridge, and I will visually see them go check the list. Okay, I got my book bag. Okay, I got to get my lunch. I got to do this. Okay. Everyone has a hook by the door. We had that installed during COVID.
Yeah, smart.
I'm really trying hard to get them to help more. Because Greg and I grew up like opposite ends. Like his mom was like very strict, very structured.
Right.
And my mom was very loosey-goosey. So it's like we're coming together and we're trying to kind of get a good fit.
Okay.
So we're trying to really have the kids help out. And they get their little allowance. We have, I think it's called Green Light.
The Green Light card. That is cute. Do they have their little picture on it?
No.
Okay.
It was like an extra $5 or I don't know.
We're not
extra
doing
fees.
that.
Yeah, I'm cheap.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you want the $5 or do you want your picture on the card?
Right. Let's make a decision.
So I use their help in a lot of things, whether it's just like laundry, they have to unload the dishwasher before they can, get on electronics and all that. It's just having a lot of rules, a lot of routines and structures, and same thing with bedtime. The two young, well, not Isaiah. He's a baby. But Nash and Hallie have like a Velcro thing. You open it and close it if you're done. Like you go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, make sure this is done. Because if not, we would just be wandering the house like, what comes next? Because as if we've not been doing this all of our lives.
Right.
And even down with like the Cricut stuff, like I'll ask them and they feel super helpful. If I'm like, hey, could you come help me? It's called weeding, where you take the background off or you take the inside of the letters out. Can you come help me? Even if it's something I'm not really using, just so they can feel like, oh, mom really needs me to help her with this.
Right.
And there's been some projects, where I've been up pretty late at night where I'm like, Greg, I need you to make me a cup of coffee and let's do this together.
Right. Let's get it going.
So yeah, he's learned a couple things too. Just asking for help, whether it's from them or, like sometimes I'll have my mom come over and help or just, Greg, you need to take the kids. I got a lot of stuff I got to get finished, and he's understanding. So
is that how you keep from getting overwhelmed?
I mean, I stay overwhelmed, honestly, if we're completely honest. But I just know that tomorrow's a new day, and I put one foot in front of the other, like the song from church.
Right.
Walk on water.
Yep. I just keep doing it.
Yeah.
I love it.
How do you, so the enjoyment, tell me, what does Katie enjoy? Like, what do you enjoy? Because I understand you love before you go. I know you look great. What does Katie enjoy? What does she love to do?
I really love music. Like I could just drive and listen to music.
What do you like?
I listen to a lot of music from church, like a lot of music from church.
Yeah.
And then occasional little pop songs here and there. Oldies, like older songs.
Yeah.
What do you consider older? What do you consider oldie songs? I'm just curious.
I mean, anything. Like, so I would say the 90s because, and that's not like old.
She's like, wait a minute, before you say anything,
when I was a kid. But then like my mom's like 50s music she, would play when I was younger.
Yeah.
Right.
70s, 80s. I mean,
Okay.
I love music. So.
Do you still play the flute?
No.
Really?
No, I sing, but I'm not going to sing.
Okay,
I'm not going to sing for you.
No, I'm saying like you sing, but I don't get it. I don't get it, Katie. You're gonna have to sing because I don't get it.
This is like one of those things I shouldn't have.
Yeah, because I don't get it. I sing, but so you're gonna have to sing to make me understand that you sing.
No, we'll do that another time.
No, you should like hit a note, Katie.
No, we'll not be doing that.
Baby,
She
to
put
this
it out
point,
there.
we have not had a guest walk off.
Yes.
So
don't make Katie
Don't make
walk.
today
Don't
that
make
day.
Katie be the one that walk off.
No, she's gonna sing for me before she lead this recording. Maybe not on the recording, but Katie is singing today. Just wanted to let you know. I am so interested. So now we got all of that. So now you and Greg, you have this incredible 4 children, this incredible life, and all of those things. What do you and Greg do? I know you had the TV and the watching the shows, but what else do you guys do?
So we went to Costco the other day. That was a big deal.
Okay. By yourselves?
Yeah. Well, no, the baby.
Okay.
But
all right.
yeah, it was. I felt really old.
Did you feel old?
So excited to go.
Did you
to
get the
Costco.
samples? Are they doing the samples anymore?
They do. But I'm like, I was doing dairy free because Isaiah couldn't tolerate it. I feel like everything had dairy, and I was like, I'm just not going to do this. But
Right.
it was amazing.
Costco's.
Yeah.
Take every little win, honey.
It's the little thing.
It's
It is a lot of little things to get you through.
Yes.
And we like vacationing. We
Yeah.
really wanted to go on a big vacation, just the 2 of us, but with the nursing baby,
Right.
not going to happen.
And with your baby in dance school, because we've been in dance and competition before, that used to be our vacation. When our
we're
baby
making
son,
it, yeah.
when our baby son used to dance, we went Myrtle. We was everywhere. That was the vacation.
Oh yeah, we went to Greenville. I think the first competition was in Greenville, and I was like, let's just go for the weekend. We probably could drive up and back in a day
Right.
with the screaming baby, or we could take our time.
That's right.
And listen to him scream on Friday and then on Sunday.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. And we did the zoo, and
Nice.
we don't really venture out to like local places. We're more of like, we know the chains.
Right.
Also, our oldest has allergies, so it's just easier.
Okay.
But we
Right.
did like little local pizza places and coffee shop, just, to like get the feel of Greenville, which is a super cool place.
I love Greenville.
So that was that. And then this weekend, again, Myrtle Beach, we could probably go Friday, come back Saturday, or even all in one day. But I was like, we're already going there. You might as well just stay the weekend. And then we have another one in July. So we like to vacation.
It was our vacation
Every time.
for years.
You know what I'm about to do, man. I'm so sorry, but I have to.
Yes, our final thought.
Yeah. First of all, this is.
Oh my gosh,
We
had
love
so much
you.
fun with you.
We thank you. Because
much fun with
we actually could make this 2 hours, but we're going to be respectful of your time. We're going to be respectful of the family's time.
Yeah.
What we always like to do is like to end the show with
Yeah.
a final thought.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with Miss Katie. If you have a final thought for the family, what would you leave them with?
I don't know. I should have been thinking about this.
If you had a mom right now, she has 4 children and she feels overwhelmed and like, I can't do this, what would you tell her?
Put on some good music and start your day. That's what gets me through.
I like that.
I like it.
Good soundtrack, a good like playlist on Spotify or something.
Right.
Put in some headphones.
Yeah.
The kids know. Hallie will say, "Mom, do you need me to turn on Elevation?" Yes, Hallie, I do.
Because it's going down.
It is. One day I was talking to Alexa, but instead of saying, "Alexa, play Elevation,"
Right.
I said, "God, And then I laughed for 5 minutes because instead of calling Alexa, I called her God. That is where I was in my head. I was like, the Lord needs to come.
I just
Right
need
now.
it right now. I just
Right
need it
now.
right now.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be elevation. It could be, pop or hip hop
Whatever.
or whatever floats your boat. Just turn
Right.
on a good playlist and put one foot in front of the other.
Do you dance in the house? Do you dance around the house?
Not as much because they would absolutely make fun of me.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
I
They
see
make
what you're
fun of
saying.
me.
Okay. Yep, that's what kids do.
Ungrateful kids.
Ungrateful children.
Making fun of mama because she's dancing.
She gave birth to them.
You
Okay,
know.
people. Okay.
And we'll remind them.
Remind them I gave birth to you.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's your final thought?
My final thought is just to be. Just be.
Yes.
As I'm listening to you, everything that you have said is not been, like, this is what you need to do. It's just like, I'm just being who I can be, the best mother, the best wife, the best friend, the best me that I could possibly be, and being true to yourself and giving yourself grace. And so I would say to everybody, just give yourself grace. Like she said, play the music, dance around the house, just be. I think not to complicate. I'm not saying that it's not hard. Please don't hear what I'm not saying. But what I am saying is that the grace and the fun that you can put in it can allow you just to be.
Yeah.
It's so important.
So
How about
important.
you, babe?
My final thought is going to be relatively simple. Stop being so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
That's going to be my final thought.
Yeah.
Being a parent is hard. Being a wife is hard. Being a husband is hard, especially when you're trying to be an effective parent, an effective wife, an effective husband. But give yourself, there's one thing that a great philosopher has told me time and time again, grace and space.
Grace and space.
Give yourself grace. Give yourself the space to make the mistake, and then give yourself the grace once you make the mistake.
Yeah.
So that's going to be my final thought. Just grace and space.
I like it.
I love it. Katie, thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.
This was amazing. You are
love
amazing.
you so much.
We just thank you so much for being a part.
Yes.
Family, as always, we thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you, however you're listening, whether it's iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Google Play, whether it's Amazon Music, whether it's on Google Podcasts, on our own personal website at iHeartRadio. Thank you very much.
You gonna be okay?
I'm okay. Our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com.
Yes.
As always, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast, which means we can be found on the socials. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, all under Crenshaw Corner. And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
Yes.
Family, as always,
Yes.
welcome to our journey.
We love you guys. Bye.